This video is just to take a quick look at how the Excel macro tool, the free tool, goes out and generates all of the macros and views inside of Excel for us. So the way this works, this is the program file here, and it just has to live inside of a folder. So this is just a folder inside of Windows, along with the reports that it's going to read from. Now the reports it's going to read from just come out of Epic, so we have to go into the Epic system first, and let's see here if we can get a hold of one of these. Let's open this up here. So we'll come into here real quick just to view this. So you have to first set up the reports inside of Epic. So this is the Book of Business report here, and you can see it has a lot of data fields, but they don't have to be pretty or anything. You just have to be out here. It doesn't even matter what order they are all in. Once you have all those out there, then you can run the Epic report. You use whatever criteria you want. It generates one of these normal Excel files out of the Epic system. You must include the parameter page, and you must have some of this exactly the way that it's shown here with that Book of Business line book. There's an instruction manual that comes with this tool, and it describes all of that. I'll go ahead and close out this file. So once you have those two files sitting out there, and it's important that they're just these, because what this program here is going to do, it's going to look inside this folder, it's going to see if it can find these two files, and it doesn't look for them by the name, it's just looking for the word report, and then any name that it has. So you don't ever want to have more than 2 copies of the Book of Business with the raw data out here, or 2 copies with that activity raw data. So once we're sure of that, we're going to open up the macro tool itself. So, and let's see. We'll get it here so we can actually see it on the screen. We're not going to talk here about the retention date range. The retention to use it in this macro tool is very stringent in the way that you utilize in the Epic system. Very few agencies are able to utilize that. So we're just going to hit start. We're going to run this by policy level, not by the premium and commission numbers of the line. So we'll hit start, and it's telling us, hey, are you sure you want to go without the retention? Yes, we know what we're doing. So now it's going to go in and begin that. Now it's saved another file for us. We'll take a look at that in just a second here. But for now, we'll let it run. I'll be right back as soon as it's done running. Okay, so now it's done, and we know it's done because it's saying done. Took it about, I don't know, about 45 seconds on here, depending on the number of records you have, because this is just Excel going inside of on a computer. It can take a while. It always seems to succeed so long as you can get the data out of Epic, but it can take, 4 minutes or so in some cases. So I'm going to tell it OK off of there, and now it has generated that file. In the other video, we already looked at navigating around in here using that navigation pane, so I'm not going to do that again. Let's close out of here. I want to look now at what the program did in the background. So it created this 2.dot file. So we start with step 1, that creates step 2. So number 1 went through this folder, it looked for the data, it pulled all that data in and created a brand new folder, named it this 2.dot, and that file is dated and timed. So I can tell that I ran this on March 14th, 2022 at 1600 hours and 7 minutes. Well, that's already after 4. What do you know? So if I want to at any time, I can go back into here. Now earlier I said it's important that we don't have multiple copies of these raw data files. This is the thing everyone does to mess this up. They want to come out here and copy these and then paste them here, and then they'll come in and name this like this is my March copy. So this is my March 2022 copy, and then they want to leave that in here next to it. That will mess up the macro because the macro is just looking inside of here. It's opening every single Excel file it finds to see if that's the one that it needs. We don't want to confuse it with multiples. But you don't need to date file those because you can have as many of these 2.dot files out here as you want. So it's going to automatically save that file, and if you want to go back in time to compare a prior run with today's run, you can do that at any time that you would like.